The American Red Cross hosted a blood drive here at Darton. One by one, people rolled up their sleeves and donated blood for those who need it. Brian Kirby, the Vice President of Marketing for Servant Leadership, explains what it's like when someone comes in to give blood.
You come in, you sign in, make sure you've eaten a little bit, and then you read a packet, and it describes everything for you. And then they call you back, and they ask you a lot of questions, and you're pretty much set, and you can give blood. It's recommended that you have a donor card, but you have to have given blood before to have a donor card.
Beth Self with the American Red Cross says it's important for people to donate blood because there are several blood type shortages right now in South Georgia.
Well, O negative, O positive, and it goes as fast as we get it.
Darton faculty member Ben Anderson explains why he gives blood.
Because it's a good thing to do. My wife got me doing it the very first time I ever did it, and I just always do whenever I'm eligible. People need it, and I can give it, and so I do.
If you missed the blood drive that was held here at Darton, don't worry. The American Red Cross has a donor center located at 1515 Dawson Road here in Albany. For Cavalier Connection, this is JT Fellows reporting. Hey sports fans, this is JT Fellows. We're here at Humil Stadium watching the Lee County Trojans take on the Albany High Indians. Here are the sights and sounds from this game. All right, and that's going to wrap things up here from Humil Stadium. I'm JT Fellows, your campus correspondent. Let's send it back to the guys in the studio. When Darton students go back to school in the fall, they will notice a change around campus. New emergency call poles have been placed around the campus for convenience in the event of an emergency.
Press and hold the red button to talk. Release to listen. Assistance is on the way.
Darton Chief of Police James Brackin says these new emergency call poles are a great addition to the campus.
We just had 8 new ones put in. That gets us a total of 30. They start down at the student housing. Each one of them is numbered. There's 3 in the front parking lot of Darton Commons, 1 in the back. There's 3 over at Darton Village South. And then they proceed up through the campus, across the middle of campus, all the way over to the area behind the Albany Museum of Art. And the newest ones we had are up in the middle portion in the front of the campus.
I spoke with 2 Darton students who both agree that the new emergency call poles make them feel safer on campus. They know that help is only a push of a button away.
Yes, I feel a lot safer with emergency poles, and I think it's a good investment. If something happens, it's just easy. Just press a button and someone comes and helps you. Most colleges already have that, like, it's the #1 thing they get. And safety is very important on campus.
I feel safe. I think others will too as they start getting utilized. Hopefully we don't have to utilize them. But I think overall they're good for the student body and a good investment for Darton.
If you ever find yourself in an emergency on campus, these new poles here will allow you to push the button and talk to a person.
Emergency call box number 16. Speed building parking lot has been activated. Please respond immediately.
For Cavalier Connection, this is JT Fellows reporting. Fall sports programs at Darton are gearing up for another great year. Last year, Darton swept the fall sports. The Cavaliers won region titles in men's and women's soccer, as well as men's and women's cross country. This year's teams are hoping to go on to compete for a national championship. In cross country, men and women's head coach Bruce Skiles says that he lost a lot of runners from last season's team, especially his boys. These new runners are hoping to win their first championship.
A lot of new runners coming in, so I got to feel them out, see what they can do, what they can't do, adjust my workouts accordingly. We're going to go to some big meets, which makes them tougher. I don't go to the little meets just to win them. I go to the meets I get beat up on, which makes my team better. So when I go to the big meets, like regionals and nationals, I do a lot better. I feel pretty confident we're going to win another one this year. It's not regionals. I'm using regionals, but it's nationals I'm looking at. It's the big show.
Skiles feels confident that his teams can compete for a region and a national championship despite facing fierce competition from larger and wealthier schools.
It'd be good for the school and good for my athletes, you know. Another regional championship they can put on their belt, you know. Like my girls, my boys, the ones that are coming back, it'd be 2 for them. Not too many kids can say that, you know. Most people go to a school, they're lucky if they can win one. Most of them can't win them. We've been winning them back-to-back for several years now.
The first cross-country meet of the season will be held here at Darton on August 31st. After winning a region championship and finishing 3rd in the national tournament last year, men's head soccer coach BART SASNETT says that he has lost a lot of his championship team from last year.
We have 3 returning starters that are going to be integral in the start of the season because we're going to need their leadership. Jorge Chirinos, Alejandro Garcia, and Alan Kuhn all started last year for us, so we're excited they're returning. We've got basically a whole new team coming in, so we're excited. We lost 3 All-Americans and 10 guys who played in 2 national tournaments. So it's a little bit of a revamp, but we're excited.
After being region champs for the last 3 years, Coach SASNETT wants to win a national championship this season. He says there's a lot of pressure, but his team needs to take this season one step at a time and stay focused under pressure.
Winning the national championship means everything. That's our number 1 goal, and you know, we like to win the region, but we've won it, you know, 3 times straight. So we've got our eye on the big prize, but we want to stay humble and stay focused on the little things first, and just want to work on getting these kids in here and building chemistry and trying to find a way to get to that national tournament again. It's going to be a long road, but I think if we take it day by day, we'll be okay.
The first match for the men's soccer team will be held on August 25th in Atlanta against Monroe Community College from New York. On to women's soccer now, and head coach Ken Valens, who says that he has half of the last year's team returning.
We're bringing back 10 kids from last season to start off this year, and then of course we got 11 new kids coming in. Some of those are transfers actually from other 4-year schools. So you start with, you know, new, but they've got some college experience already.
The biggest challenge that the women's soccer team will be facing is teamwork and chemistry, with a lot of new players coming in. Valens also says that there is a little bit of pressure coming into this season because they have been so close to winning the national championship in years past.
I think anytime, every year when you're at the 2-year level, when you're trying to mesh kids right out of high school with kids who've been out for a year, it's getting those personalities together, getting them to, you know, buy into what you're trying to do.
Valens hopes to have a good start to the season and hopefully cruise right to the tournament.
I think we got a good start to the season. We got kind of a good plan. We need some games to gel a little bit and kind of growth, get to the level we want to be, but ultimately the season's going to help us progress, so every game is just one more game to get us ready for tournament time.
The women's soccer team will open up their season on the road August 19th in Mississippi. After talking to all 3 coaches, they have one thing on their mind: winning a region championship and going to compete for a national title. They hope to add some more trophies to the trophy case here at Darton. For Cavalier Connection, this is JT Fellows reporting.